A survey was conducted by a group of students as a part of their environmental awareness program, in which they collected the following data regarding the number of plants in 220 houses, in a locality. So by default, your Fi will be equal to 20. Can you guess why? This went to 20 houses. Obviously, the frequency will add up to 20, is it not? That's the whole idea of frequency. Frequency is the number of people we have spoken to with different variations. That's what frequency talks about. The repetition. So obviously, when it spoke to 20 houses, it should add up to 20. You can see it. It will add up to 20. Find the mean number of plants per house. So we have the number of plants that has been planted in different houses, right? Okay. So these kids want to find the mean. So let's understand the data once. So the first row talks about there is one house. There's just one house which has either 0 or 1 plant. In second row, it talks about there are two houses with 2, if not 3 plants. Third row talks about there is a single house with 4, if not 5 plants. There are 5 houses with 6, 7 plants. There are 6 houses with 8, if not 9 plants. Right? So this is what the row talks about. The last row talks about there are 3 houses with 12, if not 13, if not 14 number of trees. Okay, only the last row. So that's why it's called as exclusive form of representation, exclusive data representation, because we are excluding the number over here. 2 is not part of the first group. 4 is not part of the second group. Things like that. So moving on, if you want to find the mean, the very first thing we have to do is, okay, this is a wrong name. The very first thing we have to do is find the class mark. Xi. Class mark is nothing but upper limit plus the lower limit divided by 2. Upper limit plus the lower limit divided by 2. 0 plus 2 divided by 2 is 1. 2 plus 4 divided by 2 is 3. 5. Then 7, 9, 11, 13. Right? This is your Xi. I'll teach you a trick wherein you can find this Xi very fast without actually finding the mean for all the rows. I'll show you the trick. I'll explain the trick now. So have a look at each of this row. Is the class width one and the same for all of it? Right? What is class width? Class width is, or class size actually, is upper limit minus lower limit. So the difference in the class width in each of this is 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So if it's fixed, right, then the class class mark that will also be kind of in a fixed pattern. So what is that pattern? Have a look at the lower limit. What is the pattern over here? 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. That is, we are getting all of this number by adding 2's. Have a look at the upper limit. 2, 4, 6, 8. Again, we are getting all of this number by adding 2's. Class mark is nothing but the middle of all of these numbers. Obviously, the difference between them has to be fixed. That is 2. So you can see 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. Right? So basically, if you know the class size and if it's fixed, the class mark will be, the next class mark will be sum of the previous class mark plus the class size. This will become just an AP, arithmetic progression. Okay, if you don't know about arithmetic progression, it is when you learn it, you get to understand why is this an arithmetic progression. Okay, depending on xi and fi values, we can think about what to do next. These values are very simple. These values are very simple too. We can directly do xi into fi. Right, so 1 into 1 is 1, 6, 5, 35, 54, 22, 39. I already added all of this and the answer is 162. So we know xi fi summation and we have x bar is equal to summation of xi fi divided by summation of fi, which is given to be equal to 162 by 20, which is happens to be 8.1. So that's a good set of numbers in per house count, 8, oh, 8 plant, not trees. Okay, it's a decent number. Mean number of plants is equal to 8.1. And this is your answer. One note, depending on xi, right, everything depends, all the method depends. If they're not given what method to use, look at xi and decide after that. Don't just pre-decide anything, okay? So just look at xi and then decide if should you do di, ui and all of it, or whatever you guys want. You have to decide post finding xi.